Okay. I went ahead and bolted it down and split the cases back apart again. And now, excuse me, we'll get the metric side. We're just a hair over 25/100ths of a millimeter on both mains. The wider the plastic gauge gets, the smaller the gap is. So since the plastic gauge is slightly narrower than 25/100ths of a millimeter, that means the gap is slightly larger than 25/100ths of a millimeter. If we were to go to the next size bearing, because of the jump that this made, it would actually be too tight, and that's not good. So at any rate, we're really, really close to the tight end of the spec, and that, like a tight piston to cylinder wall clearance, or should I say, to the tight end of the specification, will make a nice quiet running engine. He shouldn't have as much engine noise as he's used to from a production engine. Just cleaning the plastic gauge off of it. Drop my thrust washer, or thrust bearing. Okay. The next step is the balancer shaft bearing. It goes right in here. Put this bearing in, use a brass hammer, and a wrist pin out of a slightly larger engine, or in this case out of a lot larger engine. Tap it in there. I wouldn't hold that camera too close to this hammer if I were you. Difference in sound? It's seated. Next thing, we'll go ahead and fit the pistons to the rods and then put them in the proper cylinder. This is rod number 2. As you're facing the generator, the left is number 1, the right is number 2. This is piston number 2. Always use new wrist pin clip or wrist pins and wrist pin clips. Okay, the valve reliefs go to the back of the cylinder head. The rod, put the righting side towards the generator. So this one will go together like this. Just make sure that the wrist pin clips are fully in their groove. When fitting the rings to the piston, make certain that the rings are installed with the lettering facing up. And if you're just about to a stopping point, you can go ahead and stop it and we'll start a new